Hi everyone. Usually when I offer up some of my content to you, it's more from an anatomical perspective. But this time I'm going to offer up something a little bit different. So this is a pranayama practice or a breath practice. Pranayama means our breath. And this is a pranayama practice that I really quite enjoy in my own body and in my own meditation and mindfulness practice. So in a little bit less movement-based practice, right? So if you're going to try this practice out with me, I'm going to invite you to come into a comfortable seated position, one that works for your own body. And then you can just close down your eyes if that works for you. Or I also like to welcome my students to drop their gaze towards the floor in front of them. Hands can just rest somewhere comfortably. You don't have to be seated on the floor. You can be in a chair. You can even be in your bed. But I want you to be in a position where you can feel as though you can expand through your rib cage a little bit. So this pranayama practice is really quite simple. And what it is it's a nice inhale without it being a forced inhale. But it's a nice deep inhale that we take in 3 stages. So what we'll do is we'll go inhale, and then we'll exhale passively. Inhale passively if you'd like, and exhale passively. And then inhale. And you can do that passive inhale and passive exhale as well, again. So it's your choice. You can continue with the 3 inhale, full exhale, and then repeat that. Or do 3 inhale, complete exhale, and then passive inhale and passive exhale in between, just for a little rest. Sometimes that's nice if we're new to a pranayama practice and it feels a little bit forced when we start to train the breath a little bit here. So we'll just do a couple of rotations of this breath here. So again, like I said, finding a position where you can feel like you can expand your rib cage, okay? And then we'll just do a nice gentle inhale and a nice gentle exhale. And then inhale. Complete exhale. Let's do passive inhale here. And passive exhale. And then again, 3 inhales. One more time like that, 3 inhales. Passive inhale and passive exhale. Now gently blinking your eyes open if they were closed. So I'd welcome you to do that a few more times. I just wanted to walk you through that to introduce you to this practice, this 3 inhale practice. And the nice thing that I find about it when we're speaking anatomically, so let me go back to that here for a moment, is that what we tend to do with our lungs is we tend to breathe quite high in our lungs and not use the full expansion that they're capable of. But by doing this 3-stage inhale, what you might find happening is that it feels as though you're welcoming that breath a little bit deeper each time. And you might find that after about 3 minutes of practicing this, you can choose how long you want to practice it. But after a few minutes or a set of rotations with the practice, you might find that you feel as though you've got a little bit more breath expansion, rib expansion. You might feel that diaphragm descending a little bit further with each breath. And it just feels as though the breath starts to regulate itself a little bit more in a cohesive manner. So the entire body is working to have this nice deep breath. So I welcome you to try that if it feels comfortable for you. As always with our pranayama practices, if it feels stuck or uncomfortable, set it aside. It's not worth getting frustrated over. These pranayama practices are meant to settle our breath, settle our minds, and help our nervous system come into a down regulation state, okay? So if it doesn't feel good for you, set it aside and maybe try it another day. Maybe it's just that day in your present state, okay? But I do hope that you enjoy that. It's a little bit different, but it is one of my favorite home practices. So give it a try. Let me know your thoughts.